We live in interesting times. Today's stories. IN Concert reaches the National Mall sharing Christian music. INC fills the streets with cars as church celebrate their faith. A VALLEJO candy store keeps alive classic treats. Plus, thousands of rubber ducks race to benefit child-centered programs. Hello everyone, I'm Anna Kui, bringing you stories from around the globe, and this is Eagle News, Washington, D.C. Weekend Edition. IN Concert reached the National Mall in Washington, D.C. and shared positivity in an afternoon of Christian music. Eagle News correspondents Myla Simbalan, Christine Mariano, Estella Dominique, and Elise Danielle with reports from the steps of the Lincoln Memorial.
It is a hot and humid summer day here at the nation's capital, but the weather cannot stop people from enjoying one of the Washington, D.C.'s pride, the National Mall. The National Mall is home to what you can see behind the Lincoln Memorial, and across it, the 555-foot obelisk, the Washington Monument. Between these two iconic structures is another attraction, a 2,029-foot-long, 167-foot-wide rectangular pool called the Lincoln Memorial Reflecting Pool. Every year, approximately 25 million people visit the National Mall to enjoy and get a crash course on a bit of American history. And on a good day, visitors get to enjoy free entertainment as well. Joining here is Eagle News Today's Brother Matthew Capistrano, Supervising District Minister of Mid-Atlantic of the Church of Christ. He is the one sponsoring the free concert and here in the U.S. Capitol. Hello, Brother Matthew, and thank you for joining Eagle News.
Thank you for having us here today.
So what is going on here today?
Today we have our INC concert, or Iglesia ni Cristo concert. This is an activity that was launched by the Executive Minister of the Church of Christ, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo. And here throughout this activity, we are showcasing Christian music. And we have performers from various states that compose the District of Mid-Atlantic. And they're all here together, our brethren, along with their guests. Everyone who is touring the Lincoln Memorial, well, they have the opportunity to hear the Christian music that was provided by the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
So how is a faith-themed concert like this helps especially in the society right now, how does it help the society?
Well, as we mentioned earlier, this is Christian music, and we are showcasing music that has something to do with the words of our Almighty God and the values we share as members of the Church of Christ. This is really important, especially now, because there's so much negativity. We need positivity, and this is one way we can do it, by sharing our faith as members of the Church of Christ, Christian values through music. And everyone around this whole place, you have thousands of people just around this place, and they can see that this is what we need in our time.
How would they know about more of Church of Christ?
Now, in order for someone to learn more about the Church of Christ, we recommend that they check our website. They can always check iglesianicristo.net or incmedia.org, or they can also search for us on Facebook. They can also find INC News and Updates to see what's happening, and they can also contact that site and reach out to people who are taking care and manning the website.
Thank you so much for your time, Brother Matthew, and we're hoping for more entertainment like this in the future. Thank you. Eagle News correspondent Christine Mariano with some DC tourists will join us shortly.
Perfect unity,
Thank you, Myla. I'm Christine Mariano here for Eagle News, and here with me today is Ellen Gibson. Hi, Ellen. How are you?
I'm great, thanks. How are you?
Good. What brings you to DC today?
We came because my husband needs him to be here tomorrow to go to the International Trade Council for a meeting about tariffs. So we decided as a family to come a couple of days early. and enjoy what Washington has to show us.
And I know you're here to visit some of the historic attractions in the National Mall. How do you think these events impact the community, individuals, and families?
I think they're great ideas because people come out that perhaps otherwise wouldn't come out. You know, Sunday evening there are lots of people here who might not have come otherwise. So I think they're a really good idea.
All right. Thank you so much. So what's your name?
My name is Oliver BOMBAR.
And what brings you to DC?
Actually, I'm a visitor because I'm from Germany, from Dortmund, and I worked for 1 year as an au pair in America, and we want to visit Washington because it's the capital of America. This is a really amazing event. It's the first time that I see that a church has like a concert for free outside and every people can join it for free. It's really amazing.
How do you think events like these impact the community as well as, like, you know, individuals and families?
I think a lot of people should join events like this because it's outside. You can join the sunset. You can join other nationalities. Everybody can be introduced to the church, and it's really amazing.
Joining us next is Estela Dominique and Elise Danielle, who will be interviewing performers from the INC concert taking place right now here in Washington, D.C. For Eagle News, I am Christine Mariano, and I am 1 with 25.
Thank you, Christine. Hello, everyone. I am Estela Dominique, and I am Elise Danielle. Music is said to be a unifying form of art, a universal language connecting cultures and individuals. The Church of Christ is bringing today to Washington, D.C. positivity through Christian music. Joining Eagle News are one of the performers in today's In Concert. Hello, Naima and Ahmad. What are the songs that you guys performed today?
Make everything right.
Raise your torch.
What are the messages of the song that you will perform, or you did perform?
Well, God is the only one that can make everything right. So it's a prayer asking God for help and for His forgiveness for our sins.
How about you? What was the message of your song?
The message is about standing firm in your faith and never letting go of your truth.
And what did you feel when you performed up there in the National Mall?
Oh, just really excited to be here, blessed to be here, and just opportunity of a lifetime.
And what do you think, giving positivity through Christian music, how do you feel it will help the people?
I feel like it'll uplift them. In other words, help them through another day in this life, because it's a struggle to live in this world sometimes. But Christian music is good for the soul.
Thank you very much. Reporting from the In Concert at the National Mall here in Washington, D.C. with Myla and Christine, I am Elise Danielle. And I am Estela Dominique, and we are 1 with 25.
Thank you, Myla, Christine, Estela, and Elise. In California, INC members filled the streets with cars in a motorcade as part of the Church of Christ celebration of the 104th anniversary and 50th year of mission in the West. Addison Sattel with the story.
Here today, we have the motorcade event sponsored by the Church of Christ. Let's get into the action.
In cities across Southern California, the Church of Christ members paraded through the streets in a procession of automobiles. Displaying their church flags and banners, these motorcades served as a type of opening ceremony for their anniversary celebration.
The purpose of the motorcade event that we had earlier today was to share our faith throughout the neighborhood and to show them that we are here and we're proud members of the Church of Christ and that we're inviting them to know the words of our Almighty God. The reason why we hold activities like this, such as the motorcade and also this special event, is to show that you can't stop God's work. God's work is truly beautiful, and that's why we're here to celebrate the 50 years in the West and the 104th anniversary of the Church of Christ in these last days.
The church administration, they hold these kinds of activities so that they can strengthen the bonds between brothers and sisters, families, friends, and even with the community, so that when we are united as brothers and sisters with our friends and our family, we'll be more united in serving our mighty God.
From Anaheim, California, I am Addison Sattelli, and I am 1 with 25.
Up next, A Vallejo candy store keeps alive classic trees. Eagle News Washington, D.C. Weekend Edition will be back in a moment. Welcome back. You are watching Eagle News Washington, D.C. Weekend Edition. A local candy store in Vallejo serves butterscotch candy, peanut brittle, and the rare custard ice cream, among many others, keeping alive classic treats, just like in storybooks. Eagle News correspondent Bella Reyes with this sweet story.
In the heart of downtown Vallejo, you can find Liled's Candy Kitchen, a spot that has been serving sweet treats for generations. Now under the ownership of Vaughn Hardiman and his wife, Liled's Candy Kitchen has become a place for people of all ages.
Liled's Candy Kitchen has been established here in Vallejo since 1936. It was originally established by Lillian and Ed Jensen, and there's a picture of them up there on the wall. Her name being Lil and his name being Ed, they combined their names to Liled's to create a whimsical storybook-like candy store.
Everything is homemade right at the store, including peanut brittle and other sweets, and even their wide variety of ice cream flavors.
The most popular item is the peanut brittle, and then also the ice cream that we make here is really outstanding. One of the most popular flavors and the rarest flavor that people can't find elsewhere is the lemon custard.
Vaughn has credited Liled's success to staying true to Lillian and Ed's mission and the constant support of the Vallejo community.
This store belongs to Vallejo. What has kept the store alive all of these years is two things: an excellent product for a reasonable price, and also the fierce loyalty that Vallejoans have towards anything that's originally Vallejo. So our goal here is just to continue to keep this store Vallejo's Liled's Candy Kitchen.
From Vallejo, California, I'm Bella Reyes, 1 with 25.
Thanks, Bella. That custard ice cream looks delish. Coming up, thousands of rubber ducks race to benefit child-centered programs. Eagle News Washington, D.C. Weekend Edition will return momentarily. This is Eagle News, Washington, D.C. I'm Anna Cui. Thousands of rubber ducks raced down Hillsborough River in Tampa, Florida, with the aim of helping child-centered programs. Eagle News correspondent Jay Rosquitas with the story. Jay?
Clear skies, happy faces, and a portion of the Hillsborough River filled with 10,000 rubber duckies graced the residents of downtown Tampa. On its second consecutive year, the incredible duck race was set at the riverfront of Hickson Park. Open to the public, this event allowed each person to adopt a rubber duck for $5 each, claiming their stake at a cash prize if the top 3 ducks would cross the finish line. All proceeds of this event benefited the Kiwanis Club of Tampa, which helps local charities and children's programs.
So the Kiwanis Club of Tampa, our goal is to serve the community one child at a time. So all the proceeds raised at this year's event is going to go right back into the community on programs that help children. So we do back-to-school immunization events, we do reading rooms in Boys and Girls Clubs, accessibility ramps, we do grants to other nonprofits that focus on children. And then our biggest claim to fame is actually we have student leadership organizations that are sponsored, and those are all the kids that are working the event here today.
Attendees were also able to purchase duck memorabilia and participate in various fun-filled family activities such as an egg race, a bounce house, chuck-a-duck, and fish for ducks. These activities were all supported by local businesses and the community.
I would have to say businesses in the community have been our biggest supporter. I mean, we have so many donated things here. I mean, our lanes were donated, our docks were donated. I mean, big sponsorships are going on here in the park. And then also the community, the people who went out and bought ducks online. I mean, people are having so much fun with it and cannot adopt them fast enough.
And when the countdown came to release the rubber ducks, eager participants gathered at the riverfront to see who were the top finishers.
They do duck races all over the country, and we just thought it was a really fun way to get a kid-friendly event going here in Tampa. There wasn't another one being done. So, yeah, there's really no rhyme or reason. We just thought it sounded fun.
The Kiwanis Club staff anticipates a bigger sponsorship for next year's incredible duck race.
Last year, our goal was 5,000 ducks. We did 7,400 and raised $20,000. This year, we have 10,000 ducks in the water, and we're going to be raising upwards of $25,000. The public has really embraced it. We sold out of ducks and still had people waiting in line to buy more. So I think it's here to stay. We're going to be back next year and have even more ducks.
And a congratulations to all the winners from the incredible duck race. Signing off from Tampa, Florida, I'm Jay Raskidas, always one with 25.
Thanks, Jay. And that is Eagle News Washington, D.C. Weekend Edition. Join us next week for stories from our bureaus across the nation and around the globe. Visit our websites at Eaglenews.PH and EagleNewsLive.com. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/EagleNewsPH. Thank you for watching. I'm Anna Kui, and I am one with 25.